Dear listeners, my name is Anthony Clark.
And I'm Melanie Clark.
And we are
The Amazing Clarks.
We're both award-winning certified life and love coaches and a husband and wife duo that have been coaching together as a team for 24 years and that have been passionately in love for 34. They call us the Amazing Clarks because we empower people to live amazing lives.
We're here to help you get from where you are to where you want to be in life and love. Love the Amazing Clarks is our personal love letter to all of you who love love.
That's right, people, and we love love.
Yes, we do.
So today we have another amazing episode for you guys. We're following up on our series that we've been doing called How to Stop Being an Irritating Person, 20 Irritating Traits That Pushes People Away and How to Fix Them. And so in this series, we've been covering each week, we've covered one topic from the book, one irritating trait. And on today's podcast, we're up to trait number 10. And today's trait number 10 is being stubborn. That's right. So when we wrote this ebook because, of course, we always give great relationship advice, great dating advice. But with this one, we want to kind of give you guys some low-hanging fruit, something that you can do right now to improve your dating life and your relationship. Yes. Because we found in many cases that if you have an irritating trait, that's what's going to cause most of the problems in your relationships and in dating. And so most people won't tell you that you have these irritating traits. Instead, they'll either back away from you, they'll disconnect from you, or shut down, or just avoid you altogether. Right. And you continue to have these irritating traits, and you'll wonder, why is my dating life not working out the way I want it to? Why is my relationship or marriage not working out the way I want it to? And in actuality, it's because you may have one of these irritating traits. And in most cases, as human beings, we have multiple irritating traits, but we're usually the last ones to know about it. And this ebook was really important to me as well because I have people in my life that I want to have a closer connection to, better relationship with, but they have some irritating traits that actually prevent me from getting closer to them. And in some cases, I can talk to them about it and they can change it, they'll change it. But in many cases, they're not open to hearing me talk about it or to bring it to their attention. And so I wrote this ebook. One of the reasons I was so excited about it was that I was hoping that maybe some of them would get a copy of it, they would see it, and they could see themselves and make that adjustment. Because it's not just affecting our relationship, it's affecting most of their relationships. Yeah. And it's not about pointing a finger and going, you're a bad person. It's about, we can't do better until we know better.
That's true.
And so that's why I think this ebook is so great and so valuable to everybody. And as we wrote it, I found some irritating traits about myself that I've worked on in the past or that I'm still working on. And so you can't do better, once again, until you know better. And Very if you true. Want the best relationships that you can possibly have, it starts with you.
Yeah, very true. And it's just another way to create self-awareness. And self-awareness is where your personal power is. You can't change anyone except yourself. So if you don't like the results that you're getting in your external world, the key is to change your internal world. And I think sometimes not knowing that you're being irritating or having irritating traits is really frustrating because you don't know why you're getting the responses that you're getting. So my hope is that you can have some awareness that actually helps to make your life better. So yeah.
Right. So far in this series, I think there's been about 3 traits, irritating traits that I saw within me. It's like, okay, I had to just go, hey, this is me. Right. I've been here. I've done that. I'm doing that.
Me too.
And I'm working on it. And so that's the beauty of it. Don't run away from it. Run towards it.
Embrace it.
That's right. And once again, you can get a copy of this ebook at theamazingclarks.com. You can download it there. You'll be glad that you did.
Yes.
But before we jump into the main topic, it's time for Catching Up with the Clarks.
Yeah.
Where we let you guys know what's been going on with us in our personal life.
Okay.
All right. So last time you shared first.
Yeah. So you got something to share this week?
Yeah. I have to make a confession.
Oh. I'm always on this edge of my seat when you say stuff like that because I have no idea what is coming.
Yeah, you don't mind.
Whew. Okay. Go for it.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
I realized over the last couple of weeks that I have fallen more in love with you.
Oh, that's a good surprise.
Yeah,
I like that surprise.
You braced yourself for that one. Huh?
Wow.
Yes. You know, and we always say
I
that
like this.
Over our...
I got questions. Go ahead.
Okay. Over our 34-year love affair, that our goal was to grow more and more in love over time.
Yeah,
most relationships, couples grow apart over time, fall out of love over time. And we wanted the opposite.
Yeah.
And so we've always said that periodically throughout a relationship that we can notice, we actually could feel it.
Yes.
When we fall more in love.
Yes.
With each other. And this week I felt it. Yeah, and it feels good.
Yes. Honestly, I felt it too. I can tell by how you look at me and how you touch me. Like I just felt like an energy shift in you. So what do you think, I got questions. What do you think caused it? Did I do something? Was it me? Was it you? Where did it come from? Was it the universe? What had happened? How has this happened? Because everyone wants to make each other fall in love more.
You know, I think that it starts first and foremost with me.
Okay. Do tell.
And when I'm in a state where I'm very in the moment and I'm really noticing the beauty in our relationship because life is moving fast and there's so many distractions. But there's so many wonderful things that are happening, little small moments in the relationship where if you're not paying attention, you're not in the moment, you're going to miss it.
Makes sense.
If you're focused on bills, if you're focused on the past and resentment from something in the past or fear of something in the future or a project or whatever, you're going to miss the value that's happening right here, right now. And so I was in a moment and then you've been in a moment a lot as well. So then I'm noticing little things like that I love, like at night when we sleep and we hug each other.
Yes.
We do this thing back and forth, like this routine where we start off and, you'll be the small spoon, I'm the big spoon. And I kiss your back.
Yep.
And then I wrap my hand around the pillow and you'll kiss my hand.
Yep.
And then we'll hug. And then about 15 minutes later, we'll switch.
Yep.
And we don't have to say anything. You just move and I move. And then I'm the little spoon. And then you're the big spoon. And you're hugging me.
And I kiss your back.
You kiss my back and I kiss your hand.
Yep.
And then we do that all night. And I was just like, damn, I love this.
Yes, I agree.
I appreciate this.
Yeah.
And we do it all night long.
Yeah.
And it's lovely.
I noticed our other hand, like we hold hands under the pillow too. Like we've been holding hands under the pillow. I'm like, this is so cute. I love this so much.
Yeah. So it's like a lot of little things like that.
Yeah, I agree.
How we talk to each other, just how we appreciate silence, calmness together.
Yeah.
How we'll watch a show together, how we'll watch episodes of Cheaters together. And just sit there
we do like Cheaters.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's that I realized that made me fall more in love. But the love is always there.
Yeah.
It grows from you noticing it.
Yeah. The focus.
Yeah, your focus makes it grows, but it's always there. I believe for all couples.
Yeah. I've noticed it too. And I'll be honest, I think it's happening. We're noticing it more too because we're not together all the time. And by being apart a couple weeks a month, when we come back together, like we know we only have so much time to focus on each other. And so we're really like hyper focused on what we love and appreciate about each other. So I too have grown more in love with you and I noticed it. And I'll share with you within me, I have noticed that I just stopped focusing on stuff that annoys me. That you do. I'm like, I don't care. I only got 2 weeks with Anthony. Who cares if he didn't close that drawer? Whatever.
Stop focusing on irritating traits.
Stop focusing on irritating traits. 100%. You got it. Great segue, baby. Great segue. I like how you do that.
Good job.
Yeah. So I appreciate that. I love that so much. Thank you for sharing that with me and communicating that. It's beautiful.
No problem.
I love you.
So let's keep doing more of that.
Let's do more of that.
All right. So now, time for the main topic.
Yes.
Back to our series, how to stop being an irritating person, 20 irritating traits that pushes people away, and how to fix them.
Yes.
So today we're at number 10.
Yes.
Number 10 is being stubborn.
Yep.
Being stubborn. Now, if you're a stubborn person, or you think you may be, then I guarantee you that you are irritating the shit out of people in your life. And even if they're not telling you, they are irritated.
Yep.
And even if they're not telling you, they're telling other people.
That part.
Yes. And this isn't to shame anybody, It's to help you to see it so that you can change it and have better relationships.
Yeah.
And so don't get defensive. Don't be stubborn.
Yeah.
Let it go. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. So I know that it's people in my life that are stubborn. I know that there are times that I can be stubborn. Now, everybody's going to be stubborn sometimes. I think that's a part of people just standing up for themselves.
Yeah.
But when it's nonstop,
right.
when it's with every little thing, you're being stubborn. When you know you're wrong and you just can't say sorry, you can't
let it
just
go.
stick with it. It's like a dog, a pit bull with a bone.
Yeah.
And you're just holding onto that bone and just refuse to let it go.
Yeah.
Then yes, you are a stubborn person, and that is a major irritating trait.
Yeah.
That will not only affect you negatively in dating and push people away, but also in your marriage and relationships with your family and friends as well.
Yeah.
So this ebook, not only does it address that trait to bring it to your attention, to go, hey, look over here. Maybe, could this be you? Maybe. And it also helps you to understand why you're doing it, how it affects others.
Yeah.
And things you can do to change it today. And it also gives you daily exercises that you can use, to help you to get rid of these traits, make sure they stay away. Yeah. So today we're just going to cover it lightly, but to learn more, go to the book, get your ebook.
Yes.
So what are your feelings on stubbornness as an irritating trait? On a scale of 1 to 10 first, how irritating is stubbornness to you? 10 being the most.
Is it irritating to me?
Yeah. Stubborn people that are just stubborn.
To be really honest, it's probably about a 7. And I've learned to just accept that some people, it's just part of their personality, and to not take it personally. One of the things I work on within myself is to accept that not everyone is like me. So when people do things, I kind of just let them, you know what I mean? Tell myself, like, they're not like me. Like, I think that's a trap if you get into like, well, I wouldn't do that and I'm not like that, so other people shouldn't be like that. And so for me, I identify stubborn kind of with astrology. And I've noticed earth signs, people who are earth signs tend to be more stubborn because they're earth and they're solid and they feel really solid about their belief system and their values. And so it's really hard to get them to change their perspective or change their mind if they really believe something about themselves. So I've kind of learned to accept that about people. In myself, I've noticed that I can be stubborn, but I got to get to a certain point, right? Like I'll go along to get along. I'll go with the flow. But if I start to feel taken advantage of or pushed too hard, I'm about to come back real stubborn. So it takes...
I believe you.
If I don't feel heard and I'm trying to communicate and I keep trying, then I can get real stubborn.
Right. I believe that all people can be stubborn, period. I've seen it in everybody in my life at some point. There's certain things that people lock onto that's like, nah, this is my thing I got to be stubborn about. But then there are those people that are, like I said, that's constantly stubborn. With me personally, I've learned that I can come off very stubborn when it comes to stuff that's about me. When it comes to other people, it's like I allow people to do whatever they want, how they want. I don't care.
Yeah.
But with me, I got to follow my intuition. I follow my spirit.
You're very stubborn about that.
Yeah, and I'm very loyal and committed to listening to my spirit and my internal guidance system. And that can be frustrating to people sometimes because they're trying to go, no, listen to my internal guidance system instead of yours. And I've learned in life that when I listen to others instead of mine, that it usually works against me. And I end up regretting it.
Right.
And so I've learned to be open to hearing different perspectives. But then after I process it, if it doesn't feel right to me, my spirit's going, no, it's not right for you, then I don't go with it.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to risk making other people frustrated with it or even irritated with it. Because, like I said, I've learned to do it that way. But when it comes to most things, I'm very flexible. I'm very open. But with certain things, it's like, nah, can't do that.
Can I give you an observation?
Sure.
I've observed that you've gotten more flexible over the years. When we were younger, you were way more stubborn. Like when we first met, you were really stubborn. Like my way or the highway, I don't give a damn. And over the years, you have become more flexible as you've become more compassionate and more connected and more, and have had spiritual growth. You've definitely become more flexible. That's just an observation.
No, I agree. I
Yeah,
agree.
so.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And so let's look at why people are stubborn.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times it's hard to change something if you don't understand why people are doing it.
True.
Or if you're not the one that's in your life that's stubborn, maybe you have someone in your life that's stubborn, you'll take them really personally. But once you start to understand why they're doing that, you'll have more empathy when you realize it's not really about you in most cases.
Yeah, this is fascinating.
Yes. So why are some people so stubborn? Now, here's one. We're going to give you a couple to learn, to really go into it further. Check out the ebook, like I said. Fear losing control.
Yeah.
That's the number one reason. Some people associate compromise with weakness or vulnerability.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
And, I think that the people in my life and my circles that I feel are extremely stubborn, it's usually that. The fear of losing control.
Right.
That keeps them being stubborn. Or the fear of vulnerability.
Yeah.
And looking at themselves. Or being wrong.
Yeah, that's really hard. That's a really hard one.
Yeah. And once again, my approach is, when I run across people like that, if you're stubborn like that, then I believe that that's where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
And you're going to if you're going to learn from it, you're going to grow from it, you're going to probably go through some hard times, some pain.
A lot of relationships.
Right. There's some growth there if you're not willing to let go of that stubbornness.
Yeah.
So I don't take it as personally. The initial response is like, ugh. But then it's like, oh, EIP, that's your path, that's your karma, that's your lessons. Have at it.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Another one is ego and pride.
Yeah. I think most people associate stubbornness with ego and pride. And that's why it's so frustrating to people, because they just think like, oh, you're just being egoic. It's just your pride. Just let go. And I've seen that just ruin so many relationships. And also be such a turnoff in dating. Like, I don't know how many women have said, they sat across from a guy and he was just stubborn and all ego and pride, and what a turnoff that was to them. So this, stubbornness can really, really affect relationships more than anything, because relationships are give and take, right? And if one person is not willing to, reciprocate, and it just has to be their way, that is just a recipe for disaster. So what are some of the ways that somebody who's stubborn can change this?
Well, here's a couple of ways that you can fix it. Once again, to go into more detail, get a copy of the ebook.
Yeah.
One of them is to recognize when you're being stubborn. Ask yourself, am I rejecting this idea because it's bad or because I just don't want to change? Is my pride getting in the way of making a good decision?
Okay.
Would considering another perspective actually harm me?
Oh.
Or could it help?
Oh, that's a great way to look at it. I like that. And I think sometimes everything is about how you perceive and how you think. And I really like those solutions because it's just making you think different. And when you think different, you can make changes. And I think people just get caught in their feedback loop of thought, right? Like, this is my way and this is the right way. And they don't ever consider that maybe another way would be better for them. And It's not going to hurt them to try something different. So I really like that. That's really good.
Yeah. In our coaching, that's usually one of the things that we run into is people being stubborn when it comes to change.
Yeah.
But then we can take that deeper. In coaching, that really goes down to the amygdala.
Yeah.
And that's the part of the brain that holds our static reality in place, our beliefs, our stories about ourselves and others, whether they serve us or not. And whenever we try to change those beliefs, the body literally releases chemicals in the body that create fear, doubt, and anxiety in us.
Yep.
And it makes us not want to change.
Yeah.
Even if we want to change, it prevents us physically.
Yeah.
And so I think awareness is a big part of that. And if you want to change, if you want to stop being stubborn, I think the first step is to be real with yourself and say it, admit it.
Yeah.
I may be a stubborn person, and if so, I would like to change this.
Yeah.
And the Spirit is amazing. The Spirit will start
working on you,
showing you the path and showing you the ways. As long as you're willing to go, it'll lead you. But it starts with you.
Well, and applying this to relationships too, I would add to that, like, you are going to have to change in a relationship.
Oh, yeah.
You can't, there's no way you're going to be with another person and be exactly the same, because you have two belief systems, two value systems, two different energies coming together that have to make space for each other. And being stubborn is basically preventing that from happening, right? And that's the whole point of a relationship, is growing and working together and being your best self when you're with another person, and then mirroring that to you. So if somebody in your life is telling you that you're being stubborn and that you're not open, you really want to look at that, because making that change could create more love and connection. And like we always say, to go there, you got to grow there, right? Why do we say that? Because to become and to get what you want out of life, if you don't have it right now, it's just a sign that you need to grow.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I love that. This was really good.
Yes.
Really good.
You know what? And the last tip I'd like to leave you guys with is, if you're a stubborn person and you want to change it, there are going to be times at first where you're being stubborn, but you don't see it. You don't notice it.
Yeah.
And so it's great if you have someone that you trust in your life that has empathy and they can be gentle with you. If you let them know, make a deal. Like, hey, if I'm being stubborn, let me know. Bring it to my attention, because a fish doesn't know it's in water.
Yep.
And so if you have someone that can bring it to your attention lovingly and gently and with your permission, then that can really make a big difference. You could see yourself.
Yeah. But just make sure you don't get mad at them when they tell you, because sometimes we ask people to help us to see ourselves, and then we get upset. Just take it in and spend some time with it and look for it in yourself. You'll see it.
Right. Now, before we move on in this, I want you guys, listeners, to just imagine if you're a stubborn person and you change that, what your life could be like, how much better your life can be,
Very
how
true.
much better your dating life could be. How much more opportunities and how much more receptive people would be to you.
Yeah.
And in your relationship, in your marriage, how much lighter would you and your partner feel?
With each
how
other.
much could you flow, and how much more love could come in, and connection could come in, and peace with your children.
Yeah.
At work.
Very
all
true.
of it. So
very true.
Is it worth it? Making that change, if that's you? I think so.
Absolutely.
That's right. So, great episode, baby.
Yes, great episode. So we want to thank all of you for joining us. We really love and appreciate you guys.
Yes, we love each and every one of you.
Yes, we do.
And once again, guys, if you want to get a copy of this ebook, go to theamazingclarks.com. You can download it there, and you'll be glad you did.
Yes, and make sure you're connecting with us over Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at The Amazing Clarks.
And if you haven't had a chance yet to get a copy of our book, Crack the Code, Secrets to Achieving Your Happily Ever After, it's an Amazon bestseller. Make sure you pick up your copy today, available at Amazon.com. And if you're interested in becoming a life coach, or just want to learn some skills to life coach yourself or the people around you, check out our life coach training and certification course at Law of Attraction Life Coach Academy.com. And last but not least, if you're interested in coaching with Anthony and Melanie Clark, life coaching, relationship coaching, dating coaching, spirituality, self-improvement, we do it all.
We do it all.
Then check us out at theamazingclarks.com. We can coach via Zoom, no matter where you live around the globe, or phone, or if you're in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, you can even coach in person.
Yes. And remember, to go there, you got to grow there.
So there you go, people. We gave it to you. Now what you going to do with it?
Love the Amazing Clarks.
See you next time.
See you next time.